What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 4, specifically a leak that came out today comparing it to Overwatch and Lawbreakers, and how I think this is possibly one of the stupidest leaks that has ever come out for Call of Duty, but we'll get to that in a second. So, this was put out by a guy named Matthew Harris. Apparently, he has some in with the people at Treyarch, or at least the people who are playtesting the game, and basically, his statement that he put out compares Black Ops 4 to Overwatch and Lawbreakers. And there's a specific reason why I say this is possibly one of the stupidest leaks ever, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, as of the past couple days, there's been these leaks coming out about Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and the main one was that there is going to be no campaign, and this was going to be replaced by a Battle Royale mode made by Raven Software. If you didn't already know, Raven Software is responsible for Call of Duty Online, which already has a Battle Royale mode, so it would kind of make sense for them to make a Battle Royale mode to be released with Black Ops 4. Now, it wouldn't be a part of Black Ops 4, it would be another game altogether, but to get that game, you'd have to buy Black Ops 4, and it would kind of operate as almost a free game to come with Black Ops 4, almost an incentive to buy the game, which to me, all of that makes complete sense. Everyone wants a Call of Duty Battle Royale. Campaign has kind of been put to the wayside in the past games. For example, look at Black Ops 3. The campaign didn't even match the Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 story, so it was just kind of tacked on there. At least a lot of people thought that. So this leak completely made sense to me. A lot of people were mad about it, but to me it made sense. A lot of people want more multiplayer, they want a Battle Royale mode, and they want more zombies. So to kind of dish off the campaign makes sense to me. But then this leak comes out today, and it's comparing Black Ops 4 to Overwatch and Lawbreakers. And the reason why I think it's stupid isn't because it's wrong, it's because it's intentionally written to just bag on Call of Duty. And we'll get to that in a second. I want to read through this entire statement that Matthew Harris put out and just prove to you why it makes no sense whatsoever. So Matthew Harris starts out by saying, "New multiplayer information has been confirmed by more than one source, so I can now talk about that more publicly." So in other words, he's had this source for a little while telling him this in his ear, but he didn't want to say it because he didn't want to expose some sort of source that he has. But now that other sources are talking about it, he feels comfortable talking about it. That's what that means. And then after that, he says, as of 2 days ago, multiplayer was in the worst state that you've ever seen a Call of Duty multiplayer mode. So that may or may not be true, but what I see that as is a hook. It's something to get you interested in what he's about to say. And then he follows it up by saying, sources who have playtested the mode claim that it is less like Call of Duty mode and more like a Call of Duty Overwatch or a Call of Duty Lawbreakers. The Lawbreakers reference is incredibly apt considering what he told me next. Remember how I said that the game was simultaneously boots on the ground and advanced movement? Well, I can elaborate on that a little more too. The game was going to take the hero or specialist system from Black Ops 3 and take it to the next level. Perks were basically removed completely and had instead been morphed into some kind of strange kill streak. So let's stop there. So the main part that's getting across to me there is that, first of all, specialists are in the game. So if you remember from Black Ops 3, you had a specialist character, and then over time, as you got kills, as you did things in game, you would build up a specialist power or a specialist ability. Specialist powers could be a weapon that shoots specific things. One was a flamethrower, one was a hive gun where you could shoot literally hives of bees onto the ground and it would kill people, or an ability where you'd have a very long lunging knife like Spectre, or things along those lines. But that is pretty much what he's saying is in Black Ops 4, some sort of specialist system that they've kind of elaborated on. And what he described is, as you get kills, you get more perks. You don't actually create a class with perks in it, which is odd to me. I don't know if I totally believe that part. I definitely believe that specialists are still in the game, and I definitely believe that some sort of specialist kill streak package could be available. If you remember in previous Call of Duty games, you could use this specialist kill streaks, and then as you would get kills, you would get more and more perks, and your character would get stronger and stronger. I can see them doing something like that, but to have no perks altogether, no pick 10 system, when so many people have complained that the pick 10 system is better than the division system, would be very, very odd to me. That's really the only thing in this statement that completely makes no sense to me whatsoever. But you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's just assume that this is right and that there is no pick 10 system or no perks currently in Black Ops 4, and let's continue reading this article. Normal kill streaks as we know them, for example, Harrier jets or chopper gunners, did not in fact exist in this version of Black Ops 4. Instead, you got highly powerful perks, one of which was a movement alteration. It literally changed your movement from boots on the ground to something very strongly resembling Black Ops 3 Advanced Movement System. So basically, one of these specialist abilities was to use wall running, boost jumping, and everything we saw in Black Ops 3. That was someone's specialist ability. At least that's what it sounds like to me he's saying. But the thing that's frustrating to me is everything he's describing here already exists in a Call of Duty game. In fact, it exists in the current Call of Duty game, Call of Duty World War II. There is a mode in Call of Duty World War II called War, where there is no kill streaks, where there is kind of perks because there's the division system, and it's a lot like Overwatch. You push certain objectives and move throughout different areas in a map. The only difference is the advanced movement and the specialist abilities that existed in Black Ops 3. What he is describing here sounds like War, but in Black Ops 3 with specialist abilities and perks. That is exactly what he is describing here. So it's really not that far-fetched for this to exist in Black Ops 3. Does this mean it's going to be the entire multiplayer? Absolutely not. Does this mean it could be a part of the multiplayer? Absolutely. So, as far as this first paragraph goes, this is what I see. I see that there is some sort of war mode that is similar and represents Overwatch, with some sort of advanced movement that's received by specialist ability or perk in Black Ops 4. That is what it seems like to me. That is what it seems like they are playing. The only thing that didn't really make any sense was no perks and no kill streaks. But of course, if you're playing the war mode, there's no kill streaks in that mode anyway. Now, the part that I hate about his statement is the second part, the second paragraph that he put in there, because it's all based on opinion, and it's all just bashing on Call of Duty. So, let me read the whole statement, and then kind of give you my thoughts on it. This fell flat with playtesters. They didn't like it at all, and it was deemed an unfair portrayal of Call of Duty, and something that wouldn't resonate with fans in the slightest. So, as of the last playtest, things are changing. Actual kill streaks are being entered into the game, and the hero system is being scaled back a bit. What this does mean is that the game is in fact beginning to resemble more and more the state of the game of Black Ops 3. What this means for the future of Black Ops 4, I don't know. Currently, my information does not stretch to what the mode will become, only what it very recently was. With the community reveal only weeks away, not sure it's about a month away, I am truly concerned for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and even more concerned for Treyarch as a development studio. This is tighter than it's ever been before. So that last statement there, what they're basically saying is that the last final crunch in which they need to build the game is going to be really clumped together. They have 5 months until release, and that's how much time they have to perfect the game. That is all that is saying. So, what I want to stress by this article, and the reason why I think it is so stupid, is for the love of God, the game isn't out yet. There is a reason why these companies and why these development studios have playtests. It's to test things that they think could be in the game that they want to know whether or not players are going to like. Playtests are exactly for this, to test things out. The game is not out yet, so for those of you who are getting mad at Black Ops 4 before it is even released, it is ridiculous. Now, the one thing that does worry me about this is that with the tight crunch that he states in this, there may not be a beta for the game. There may still be a beta. There may still be the exact thing that we expect. Like I kind of interjected into his statement, the announcement or community reveal is in a month from now. We are going to find out exactly what the game is going to look like then. So I wouldn't be too worried. I really wouldn't. Like the statement said, they are putting kill streaks in, and it's beginning to resemble more of Black Ops 3. I would be shocked if the Pick 10 system wasn't in the game. All this says is that they are trying some new things out within playtest. That is all this statement is saying. So, before you pull out your pitchforks, before you go crazy, let's just wait. Let's wait for May 17th, see what Treyarch actually has to offer, and if it sucks then, feel free to pull out your pitchforks, because if it does suck, don't worry, I'll be pulling mine out too. So the only other thing I can really extrapolate from this statement, and the thing that I want your opinion on, is the whole boots on the ground versus advanced movement style that they are talking about here. So as it sounds, the game is inherently boots on the ground. The main way you play it is boots on the ground, but you could build up a specialist streak or a specialist ability that in turn gives you some sort of advanced movement. The question I have for you guys is, what do you think about that? Do you think that is too far-fetched, it's going to make the game unfair, or is that something that's nice to the game? Personally, I liked Black Ops 3's advanced movement style. I think it added some speed to the game, and I really enjoyed it. Now, I know not everyone enjoyed it, so by adding it only kind of into the game, I think that's a little bit interesting, and I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. Do you think it's good for the game? Do you think it's bad for the game? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Would you like to see some sort of specialist style that allows for this advanced movement temporarily? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could hit that like button. I'm sure I'm going to get some dislikes on this video simply because I said the game might be good and people don't like that. So, if you could hit that like button, I really would appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, you can always hit that subscribe button. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.